All right. So we had the wonderful Kombat cast. I hope you all had a good sleep. Because it's basically like digital Valium, right? And this thing is just like, he is going to be a nightmare. He is going to be just an absolute pest when it comes to zoning, right? Because he's got lasers for all occasions, right? He's got angular lasers, he's got down lasers, he's got low lasers, he's got high lasers, he can got aerial lasers, he's got lasers coming out the wazoo, right? Not to mention the fact that like he can fly around all over the stupid ass screen, you know. This game, dude, this bloody game, I'm so like, but you know, the good news is though, right? And just like I was saying on stream, like getting through these guest characters is like you taking one for the team when you go out with your mate and there's a couple of chicks there, one's really hot, one not so hot. And your mate's like, listen, you're going to take one for the team, right? And this is what this is. This is taking it for the team. Not to mention the fact that this game, as I've mentioned many times before, the longer it goes on, the more and more that we see how terribly aged whatever animation, programming, and expertise that they have compared to other fighting games out there. It is looking so stiff and rigid that I don't understand how after all these years, they still don't get it. And what the hell is up with that face? Look at this horrific looking face that he pulls here, right? You'll see it in a sec. He'll do it again. I don't know what he's doing. What's he doing there? He's pulling something out. What's he pulling out? Snot out of his... Look at this face. Look at this. This is your multi-million-dollar company right here. Your multi-million-dollar developer, multi-billion-dollar company. Right? No, I don't give a shit about, like, you know, the combo potential because that's what it always comes down to. Right? This is the only focus on most of these modern fighting games is how can we do the biggest combo for the longest amount of time and the amount of damage you can do. That's the only goal, right? And they're not adding in any sort of special moves, right? So we're not getting anything like that with this update, right? We're not getting fairer until later in the month. We already know that. Some of us may already know that, right? And I like how I have people going, you know, anything about Homelander. It's like, bitch, I watched the first fucking season. I haven't watched the other, you know, well, how many seasons are we up to now? 2, 3, 4, right? I haven't gone back and watched the other ones, right? Because I was watching them with my boy, okay? Watching the boys with my boy, right? But I know about the character. I know he's got all this weird semen sippy cup shit, and I'm calling it that. I know exactly what it is, but I'm just calling it that, right? But this is just going to be... Oh, he's going to be a fucking nightmare online. You know that, right? Because this is just the character. Wait till, you know, somebody finds the most optimal cameo. And it always ends up being that way, right? Because that's the problem with this game. People will scream about variety, but there is no variety. That's why most people crave a 1v1 mode in this game. They don't like the cameos. They would much rather prefer it being just, you know, a 1v1 style game, right? Because then we don't have to worry about cameos, which are combo extenders. We all know that, right? I mean, you know, Stevie Wonder can see that. Okay? It's a shit system. Okay? Nobody would miss it. Except for maybe some of the shills. Right? But then you give them like a year or 6 months and they'll be like, yeah, after careful consideration, I've decided that, yeah, cameos, yeah, I don't care for them, right? I mean, this is the thing about shills, man, is like they will... Anyway. So, and he's also got the Ermac float, which I had some, like, spaz tell me that, oh, there's no Ermac float. he's always had a float. I know he's had a float because I know the fucking show. I'm not talking about the show. I'm talking about the game. They copy and pasted Ermac's float. He's got the same pose. I don't care if he does the same pose in the damn show. Right? We've already got somebody doing it first, and it's Ermac. Right? If that doesn't butter your biscuit, I don't know. Anyway, so, and apparently too, right? Because apparently he doesn't have overhead from memory, yeah? But because this dude can flap around the screen, then technically any aerial attack hitting the opponent is an overhead. Now, I don't think I'm like an idiot enough, because I thought to myself, well, yeah. I mean, isn't every aerial attack an overhead? I mean, am I missing something here? And I was sort of like, oh, yeah, this is like this brand new thing. And at some point, right, the thing says like, oh, you know, these animations are awesome. And I'm just going, listen, maybe you need to go get your eyes checked and get a different prescription. Because I tell you what, if you fucking clowns over at NetherRealm after all of these years can't figure out why people are still calling out the crappy animation in your game, then there's no hope. Just fucking get fired and go work somewhere else, right? Because I've seen Lego with smoother animation than the shit in this game, right? Now I'm happy with like characters like Ermac and Quan Chi as DLC characters. I think they did a great job, right? And if we had a 1v1 mode in this game, I think it would improve its attractability like 1,000-fold, right? And I don't think barely anyone would touch cameos ever again. But I think they're afraid to do that because it would prove that they were wrong, right? And the only way that they'll get proven wrong is when they never bring it back in the next game mode, or sorry, the next game. And if they do bring it back, it'll probably be like some side thing, you know, so the 3 people that love this bullshit system can be happy, right? Oh, it's complaining. Oh, it's complaining. Don't play the game. How about you shut the fuck up? How about that? Thank you. Right? I pay for this shit. I'll complain all I like. Right? This is a garbage character. And just like somebody taking one for the team to take the ugly bitch home, right? This is the ugly bitch. We gotta get through this, and he's coming out in less than a day, right? It's almost over, almost over. Okay. Once he's out, we are now on the path to Takeda, right? And I'm still hopeful that we will get information about the upcoming potential support for this game, right? Whether it be story DLC, even just showing a snippet of Takeda, right? I think that'd be amazing, but I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen just yet, anyway. So let me know what you think of the Home Invader, and of course, just to add on to this, right? Then we got like some of the worst shit I've ever seen when it comes to animation is Farah, right? When this lackey jumps on your back and pulls you back, it is the worst animation I've ever seen in a fighting game. Watch this, right? She jumps on your back, right? Wait, you'll see in a sec, right? Now watch this. Is she gonna do it? No? She keeps doing all these other stupid ass moves. Come on, get on the back. There we go. See? Look at that. There's a better one. Hang on. Yeah, there we go. Hang on. Wait, hang on. I'll go. Is it here? Hang on. Shut up. No one cares what you think. Right. Look at that. Imagine you're being paid a hefty salary. And this is the best you come up with. This is the best. This is the best you come up with. Now, this is not a slant against the show. I like Homelander. as a character in the show. I like the show. I think it's a great show. But this is an Injustice game character. This is an Injustice guest character for the game, right? As I've stated before, that's why the game is very floaty. That's why we're flying all over the screen. That's why we had the cameos which were dubbed sidekicks. Even in the coding, the fatal blows were called super moves. Or whatever it was, right? It's because this was supposed to be Injustice. That's why the Unipros and all the weirdos out there love this style of Mortal Kombat, because they actually prefer Injustice gameplay over MK, right? They want to be able to keep you up in the air and being incapable of doing anything, and that's why they hated MK11, which might make me like MK11 a little bit more knowing that, right? Because MK11 actually stopped them in their tracks. They're perfectly okay with their attacks being 50-50s and keeping constant guesswork and making it like a fucking casino. But boy oh boy, they didn't like it when, you know, people actually had good defensive options in MK11. For the casual, keep in mind, this is for the casual, right? But at the end of the day, this is just a video game, right? Nobody got their dick sucked from playing a video game better than somebody else. That's just a fact. It's true. Anyway, guys, I'll leave it there. Let me know what you think. Catch you next time.